Hello, everyone. Welcome to a super special episode of Comics on Crypto. I'm Kruger Dunn, and with me, as Shib always, is Reggie Shib Jr. How you doing, Shib Jr.?
What's going on, man? How you feeling? Been a
I'm
been a crazy
feeling. What was that?
yeah, it's been a crazy couple days.
Oh yeah, man, roller coaster. That's why we're doing this special episode just for Shib Watch, for people who are panicking, wondering if they're missing out, all those things. We're gonna do some TA in our dumb way, which
TA in our dumb
in a
way.
dumb way. We're dum dums. We're not trained experts or financial advisors. This is just financial inspiration. Uh, Listen to us at your own risk, but we hopefully will entertain you at least. So, Reggie, what's going on in your mind vis-a-vis the current state of affairs of the Shib Nation, Shib Army?
Well, honestly, I'm really happy with where we are, bro. We've raised our floor, we've hit higher highs and setting higher lows. We got out of that last zero that's been holding us back for about 6 months, and
Oh yeah,
so right now we're consolidating. We're finding some really solid support levels, so that the next time we hit a blast off, whenever that is, we'll blast through that all-time high of 3.8 or 3.7, whichever one it was, because as I predicted, um, we had a tough time hitting all-time high and getting over that hump without
yeah.
the catalyst of a Robin Hood or something that would help push us through that that barrier. So, you know, um, I'm happy, man. I'm happy with where we are. If we can continue to just stay, don't dip below the 2,000 level, and bounce between 2,000 and 2,500. When we get that Robinhood listing, and when we get the Shiboshis dropping next week
Yep.
with the NFTs, I honestly think that we can approach the 7, 8, and 9 levels if everything goes good.
I that would be absolutely amazing. I'm all for that. I love what you said about hopefully the new floor. It is still technically not closed on the daily candle. Let's just go right into the TA. Let's
I
not
love it when you do TA.
because it makes no sense. Oh, okay. So I had not looked at the price in the like about a day and a half because I didn't want to stress about it. I'm holding
Right,
till we're rich anyway, so why even stress
right.
about it? But just now I pulled it up for this, and it went up 5% since I opened it, so that's fun.
Yeah,
How do I add this? Like that? That's how I add it.
yeah. That's good.
Yep. So it just I was worried it was going to free fall, but it seems to be finding support. It's a little small. Let's see if I can blow it up a little. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like we're finding support right here. It's almost
Yep,
exactly on that second fib retracement line, like we talked about.
yep.
Right, we're dipping a little bit below it here, but not by much. We're still holding that 2,000 floor, which is really the key support that I'd like to see because actually, when we dipped last time, we were at 3,700, and then we dipped down to 16 and held there for a little bit, and I thought that was the dip, so I bought more even than what I had when it went back down to 1,600.
Right.
So I was kind of in the red on that little bit until now. Now we're as long as we hold that 1,600, I'm very happy with this game.
Yeah, and just like I predicted on our last show, without even really having to look at the charts, I knew that level, that all time high was gonna there was gonna be a fight in the
Mhm.
alley, and
You called it.
The Bulls were holding it for a while. There was a lot of buying pressure at that 3 level, but you're giving people too much time to think about it. You're giving people time to really, uh, you know, pull the trigger on selling. If we had blown through that 38 support all time high, then a lot of people wouldn't have sold because they're like, hey, let's see where this goes. And
Oh,
then
for
the other
sure.
half of the and then the other half of the people that wanted to sell, even if they had been selling, there would have been so much buying pressure on that it would have blown through those debt, blown
Yeah.
through the sellers. So
The
you
problem is,
know,
I think there's just too many people that bought the hype last time rather than buying an investment, right? They're like, oh, I'm going to
right.
get rich tomorrow. And then they lost a bunch of money, or they didn't lose it unless they sold at the bottom. So there's a lot of those people that held coming back up now, just trying to get their money out.
But that's the nature of community coins. I'm also invested in Saitama right now, and I'm telling you, man, it's literally a when I go into the Facebook group, it's literally what Shib was. You know, they're saying a lot of the same things.
Yep.
We're gonna go to the moon. We're gonna blow past a
Oh, they all say
penny.
that, yeah.
This, you know, and so you got a lot of people, like you said, when the dips happen, everybody shuts the fuck up. Don't
Yep.
nobody got nothing to
Yep.
say. And if they do say anything, it's
FUD.
it's FUD, right? It's usually FUD. So shout out to the Shiba Army, man. We've been proud members of the Shiba Army since February,
And
and
that's documented. Go back and
yeah,
maybe not. We might not have started the series in February, but on this show, when Shib was at 8, not up 3 zeros, 8, just all the zeros and an 8 is
yeah,
when Reg told me about it. And I think he and someone else got in early, Cousin Adam, not someone else, the famous Cousin Adam,
right.
got in even earlier. So we've been on it. And Reggie, let me ask you something. Do you ever just get tired of being right all the time? Is it just exhausting?
It is only because it's not been as profitable as being right should be.
That was the perfect crypto answer. It's so true.
It should come with some more monetary perks.
Yep.
But
We're getting there.
A lot the things that I'm right on, they aren't rocket science, man. Once time in the market, you start to understand how the beast moves.
Yep.
And you start to understand what makes the beast move. And man, once you get the basics of this stuff, it's not really hard to figure out, you know, the buy, the sells, you know, the psychological, the FOMO, the FUD. When you start mixing in all those ingredients, you kind of start to understand the patterns in the crypto market, and you kind of start to understand, you know, when you're going to pull profits. For example, again, I'm in on Saitama. Something you taught me to really look at was the coin supply to figure out what the market cap is. Well, in Saitama, even though they have we have a quote unquote burn in that coin, but it's still like a 44 quadrillion amount of coins. And yeah, there's reflections and there's burns, but it's still 44 quadrillion. So I'm looking at that now saying, okay, it might, you know, when it drops 2 zeros, it's time to start taking profits in that particular coin because the supply is too much. You know, you're gonna get some FOMO, but some of the worst investors end up in the community coins, end up in Shiba, end up in you know, good, but
they're not investors. They're gamblers.
Right.
They're not researching a technology. They're not Kobe. They're not doing Kobe. Where we have that here, the confidence of buying in.
Right.
They're not considering it, but their friend told them, buy this, you'll get rich like when you bought Doge. They're not actually confident in their purchase, so then they sell, or they panic sell, or they, you know, whatever it is. They let the emotions get the best of them is the point.
Right, emotional investors. So yeah. But yeah, we're looking good, man.
Yeah. So I just wanted to point out here, and again, I'm not Mr. TA or whatever, and I honestly don't even think TA fits most coins in crypto. It works for Bitcoin, but every other time you try and apply it to a coin, you just kind of get burned. But technically, right here is a bear flag. Right? You have it has this huge candle here, so you should probably even just ignore that.
Right.
But basically, when you have an up big old green candle followed by 2 to 3 red candles, but it holds support at the fib retracement. That's what's known, not necessarily the fib retracement, but if it holds support, that's what's known as a bull flag, meaning expected gains from here. If you're doing TA, obviously it doesn't always work out because we could look back here at Shib when we formed this bear flag and then just went into the dirt. But
yeah,
since we said we'd do TA, figured I'd drop a little TA there. Look at the terrible. I don't know how to draw well with a mouse. I don't know how those guys do it. This is supposed to be flat. I don't know. You get the idea. We're in a bull flag. And I saw this. Oh, you want to say something?
Oh yeah, but one last thing I wanted to say on Shib. Hold on, let me do this. Okay. Yeah, the one last thing I wanted to say too on this point before we close it out is the Robinhood listing is essential, in my opinion, for us to blow past all-time high and potentially drop this zero or get close to dropping this zero in a decent amount of time. We've already got we got a lot of the rocket fuel with the whales that were buying up the coins, and then we got the FOMO to mix in. So we're missing that last key ingredient, which is that Robinhood listing.
Yep.
And also timing is critical because, like, as you're starting to see, we're settling back into support. So we definitely could use that next catalyst to help push us through the next the next number wall. So I hope, I'm starting to have my doubts about the Robinhood thing, at least for it being listed like within the next week or two, when we need it now. We don't necessarily need it in January. I mean, who knows? Who knows what the market's looking like in January? Maybe it gets listed in January and then something great happens then. But man, I really would like to keep this momentum going. And in order to keep it going, we definitely need that Robinhood listing ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm torn on this because on the one hand, I don't know. Now I'm just moving stuff around. Here we go. It's time for the patented smile face. That's all we need. We just need happiness in the market.
Yes.
And that was supposed to be silly, but that's kind of true if you think about it, because I think we've talked about this on this program, is what I like to call the cheapest on Binance pump.
Yeah.
When Bitcoin gets a pumping, Justin, shout out Justin, he's been on the show before. He's gonna put it all on red. We got the red Shib lights going. I agree. Good shit. Put it all on red. So when Bitcoin gets churning, all of a sudden, all the mainstream media is like, Bitcoin's the future, right? When we've been saying that for years, but we talked about when the banks are ready to let that dam burst because now they can own enough of it. When that happens and we see a $200,000 Bitcoin, everybody and their mama is going to look for the next coin to get rich.
Right.
And they're going to go to Binance and they're going to sort by cost, because I did it. Everybody I know does that when you first get into Binance. And you may not buy that cheapest one, but the first thing you look at is which one can I afford, because you're not thinking in percentage terms. And they're going to buy up whatever the lowest is. If you notice, last time Bitcoin pumped, VThor pumped like 100x, almost 100x. That's the coin that VeChain makes. It's like it has a use case, but it's like you generate tons of it.
Right.
It doesn't have that amount of value that people would think it would. They just bought it because it was the cheapest. So now Shib is below there when you sort on Binance, Coinbase, whatever. There's a million meme coins running around now. But when you go to the big ones, when you go to Coinbase, Binance, I don't know, whatever, what's the other big one? Robinhood, right? If it gets on there, you're going to sort, and Shib's the only meme coin on those. Doge is like 23 cents now. It's not going to show up to you. Yeah. So the next run, Shib is in place to be that next Doge. Whether it happens or not is anyone's guess. Obviously, we're betting it all on red, so we hope it happens. But yeah, that's my take on the Binance theory.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, all right, so we'll get out of here. This was just a quick update. Keep our Shib army going. But before we get out of here, let me share this, which I think sums up everything that I saw in the Shib chat room. That is tiny. Why I'm never effing selling. I get to clean it up there. It's a family show. Robin and listing coming, probably. Shiboshi's, definitely. NFT gaming burn, definitely. Now payments burn, definitely. Shibarium. They're at least going to work on it. Whether it's a success, we don't know, but it's coming. And then, like I was saying, you get that BTC hype up to 100K. ETH 2.0 comes out. Crypto market cap doubles, right? So that 5 trillion's got to go somewhere. I think this person just summed it all up, honestly, what we've been saying for months.
Yeah. Yeah, we still have a lot of catalysts. And then also this is also assuming that the we get normal market flow, no more random blindsided stuff from China or just.
Whoa. I don't like the way you said that.
Yeah, I mean, just the crap, man. That I'm still emotionally scorned with that with the VB thing. It put us into an artificial
it really did.
Bear cycle, man. I mean, it was like a self-induced coma.
Yep.
And nobody really saw that coming, and it blindsided the momentum we were having, man. And so with these meme coins, man, they're very it's funny. They're like fireworks, right? Fireworks will go off and create a huge show, but if you get them wet or you damage it, then it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't work as well. These meme coins, I don't call them meme coins, but these community coins are extremely sensitive to every little vibration in the crypto market ecosystem. Too much FUD, too much of any one thing can turn people
pure
off.
Emotional buyers.
Jesus, I mean,
all the other coins that I love to pitch, Harmony One, Luna, Helium, those are where the tech guys and women and other go. You know what I mean? They're drawn to that future, slow growing corporate structure, building out a use case and utility. All the community coins are just someone who's like, I don't know, my friend told me to get crypto, and they Googled like, what do I buy, and saw YouTube like us that say get Shib, and it's all pure emotion, and they think they're gonna 100x in a month, and it might take a year.
Yeah.
But I mean, compare that to any other investment. That's insane. The game.
Right. I have a saying that I posted in the Shiba Facebook group. I said the road to millions in crypto is not a smooth one the whole way. Yep. It's not a smooth ride, man. It's gonna get bumpy at some point. There's gonna especially if you didn't get in early enough or you didn't get enough volume to where you don't have to necessarily stick out the long hold, right?
Right.
But if you have to, man, that's just what this is. It's you're gonna hold, you're gonna have to be patient. I mean, but
if I were more patient, I'd be so rich right now. But when I first got into crypto, that's why I understand the psychology. Is I did it. Like, I thought when I doubled my money on BNB, I was a genius, and I sold it all at $8. Like, you got to understand, it's not, you can't just be trying to, I mean, you can, I guess, if you want to be a day trader, but 95% of day traders lose their money because the 5% that make the money need it to come from somewhere. It's the people that are losing, like a poker game. So day trading is more like gambling. So if you're looking at it as just picking your investment and leaving it, then, I mean, you got to wait.
Yeah, and also you said something so important, man. It's a great example because I did the same thing. You cannot treat crypto like you treat stocks.
Nope.
You can't. If you do, you're going to hate yourself later because you might get in on the right crypto, right? And you might get in early and you might get the volume. But if you're thinking of it like a stock and you say, oh, I tripled my money, or I doubled my money, and then you do what I've done and what you've done, and you say, well, I'm cashing it all out and I'm taking my $20,000. Good for you. Pat yourself on the back. Guess what? You still got to go to work in the morning. And guess what? When you look up and realize that 20K that you traded in could have been 180K, could have been two, you know what I'm saying? Now you're trying to buy back in, you're trying to figure out, well, what, it's just, if when you find the few cryptos that make you the money, right?
Yep.
And so far they're the community coins for us, right? We have all the blue chip stuff, but the meme coins make the most money in the shortest amount of time. But you've got to put up with the FUD, you got to put up with the emotional and people around you, and you have to put up with the volatility, right? If you can manage to stomach all of that, there is a pot of gold waiting for you at the end of the rainbow. But like you said, man, when you treat it like stocks, you are so missing the point of crypto. Like, it's not even funny, yo.
Or
It's you
if
miss
you're
it.
gonna view it like stocks, at least view it like you bought Apple in year one,
Right,
not like you bought Tesla and flipped it in 6 months.
right,
Although,
right.
you know what? I mean, I've talked ad nauseum about Leash, right? How I bought it, it went like 9 times. I should have sold it. So there is the others. We're not saying always hold. We're saying
Right.
pick your spots to hold and then commit to it.
But also some of the things that I've kind of learned from you, to kind of, as I've become a better, as I understand the space better, is to start looking at the details, man. You
Yep.
got to really
It's
look at this
all the
thing.
details.
Dude, the details are important. Market cap, coin supply, circulating supply, community. You got to start factoring some of this stuff
Yep.
in. What is the community? Because there's some great projects out there that suck, that just don't do anything.
Yep.
The one we talk about a lot. I even heard George, the Asian George from Texas. I don't know what his, but he's a big YouTuber, crypto YouTuber. His name is
Yeah.
George. He calls himself George.
Cryptosaurus?
I think he's if you YouTube him, he'll
All right.
Google search him, he'll come
Just
up.
Google
But he
Asian
said,
George, I guess.
yeah, but he said he likes Shib better than Litecoin.
Yeah, I do. I don't know what the
Yeah,
heck. We talked about last episode. Venmo adding Litecoin. Shib should be in that 4th or 5th spot. It just fills
yeah,
that every man or every person need. You know what I mean?
yeah. But it seems like Litecoin should be better than what it is. Like, like it.
Well, Litecoin's just a fork of Bitcoin. They didn't do anything to it. It was supposed to be like a tester coin almost, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But the concept of it was, oh, okay, a lighter, faster Bitcoin essentially. Sounds great,
Right.
but it still sucks,
Yeah.
And it's a technical, quote unquote technical, but it doesn't matter because the community hates it. Um, there's stronger communities behind Doge and some of the community coins too. So, but you've got to really start looking at the details and really fine tuning your ears and your eyes to start recognizing
Mhm.
certain trends and things. A lot of the stuff that we talk about on the show, not that we're great TA guys, it's just that we really consume a lot of crypto, a lot
Yep.
of podcasts, a lot of just watching stuff, and you start to understand these trends. That's why when we talked a couple of days ago, when we said, hey man, we really need that Robinhood before we hit the 3 level so that we can blast through the all-time high and not have to go back and forth with it like we're going to do over this weekend, right? So this is a buying opportunity too. When it dips like this, or when it finds some steady support levels, those of you who have lighter bags, this is an opportunity for you to load your bags up a little bit, so that when we hit 7, you won't be saying, "Dude, I should have bought more when it did." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I hate when I hear people say that, but they complain the whole time it's dipped.
Yep.
You know, and just keep watching comics on crypto. Keep looking at us. Keep adoring us. Keep telling your friends about us. Fawn
Yes.
over us.
Please tell her. If you're still watching now, that means you enjoyed it. We're at the 25-minute mark exactly. Don't if you're watching and you don't like it after 25 minutes, you're a masochist. You should probably seek therapy. But if you're still watching, that means you probably like it. Hit subscribe, send it to a friend, hit the like button. That it would really help us out and hopefully help you out, at least be entertained. Want to
Yes,
take
sir.
us out, Reg?
Peace.